this demo we are going to be looking at an Inspiration Station pedal which weaves together high gain and reverb with a joystick. I give you the Melee by Walrus Audio. Now when pedals look this cool, you'd be forgiven for gazing at your shoes, wouldn't you? See what I did there? And this is packed with features as well. 3 distortion tones, 3 reverb types, you can add modulation to it. You've got latching, non-latching, trails, no trails, and lots more. So let's check out some riffs. Now in the intro you heard me playing My Bloody Valentine's Blown a Wish, and that was using the reverse reverb setting. I've got a couple more My Bloody Valentine examples coming up, but next up we're going to go over to the ambient setting and do some Slowdive, Star Roving. Now I've got the joystick all the way down in this position, so you get this kind of... So the joystick's roughly in the middle now, it's really good for the solo part. And then together we have this. I've moved back over to the reverse reverb and we're going to do some more My Bloody Valentine When You Sleep, but first I want to show you the range of gain on offer. So with the joystick at about 7 o'clock, which is no reverb but the least amount of gain, we have... In fact, there's a teeny bit of reverb, but if we then move that up middle left, you get a really fat meaty distortion, and there are 3 tones available as well, so that's kind of standard mode. In the middle, and then over to the right, and then if we crank that right up, so we're at about 11 o'clock on the joystick, you know, you get a really big sounding distortion. So for this example I've gone for these settings. Pretty cool, isn't it? Now we'll stick with the reverse reverb because another band that very heavily influenced by My Bloody Valentine are Drop 19s, and they've got a song called Kick the Tragedy, and the distortion tone in that's really cool. So I've got the toggle switch set in the middle, which is that darker type of tone. And that sounds like this. Next toggle switch I want to show you is the position. So you can either have reverb before the distortion or the distortion before the reverb. And there's quite a dramatic difference between the two. So if we look at the chords from Jesus and Mary Chains Just Like Honey with these settings, this is delay before reverb. Okay, and that's on the lowest distortion setting. So if I pull that up a little bit, Okay, and now if I switch that over so that the reverb is before the distortion. Now if we go with the joystick top right, and we're going to go delay before reverb. And then reverb before delay. You can see you can dial in lots of really cool tones with that. Now with these settings it's possible to get quite a light distortion tone really, especially with some low output pickups. And this is pretty close to the Swervedriver Duel tone, which is awesome. Some other cool secondary features like, you know, having trails that keep going after you turn off the pedal or turning those off. There's loads of internal switches as well that you can muck about with. But one of the cool secondary controls is adding modulation to all of the reverbs. So if you hold down the bypass switch and then move the decay toggle, I will show you that. Pretty cool, isn't it? So if I turn the modulation off and we go over to the yellow reverb, which is octave down, which is similar to dark mode in the Slur, which I demoed a little while back with this. You may remember that from a film. It's Myuu in the House in a Heartbeat. So I thought I'd do a fun little take with two guitar parts using two different flavours of reverb and distortion in the style of shoegaze. Hope you enjoyed this one. See you soon.